Good evening. My name is Aram. I would like to invite you to a Bible study every Wednesday at 3 p.m. We will be studying the book of wisdom in the Holy Bible, which is the book of Proverbs. God's people perish for lack of knowledge. So if you don't want to perish, please join us. Thank you. Good evening. This is Aram, and I am reading the book of Proverbs Chapter 5 this evening. Okay, verse 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. So again, it's like a warning, a caution of the same themes. Listen, my son, listen, my son, listen, my son, listen, my son. So this father really wants his son to have a good life. Okay, verse 2. That thou mayest regard discretion, and thy lips may keep knowledge. Verse 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Okay, so this is the chapter in Proverbs that is specifically talking about marriage and being faithful to your wife and the rewards of being faithful to your wife. So we're going to hear them talk about a well. And I was like, why are they talking about a well? What is going on with this well? And then I had to look at the Tanakh, the Jewish Bible, to get the original meaning. And that's when I realized that they were using parables and symbolisms to talk about the wife and how being faithful to the wife it has rewards. Okay. Verse 5. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. So they're talking about infidelity. Verse 6, lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou cannot know them. So when you're dealing with infidelity, the father is warning the son that you cannot know this person's ways. You cannot know their motives. Okay, verse 7. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Verse 8. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh to the door of her house, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel, lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger, and thou mourn at last, and when thy flesh and thy body are consumed, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. So we all have heard the stories of infidelity that went wrong, and there was a lot of destruction with the household, the family. Some bad things happen, from infidelity. So that's really what this is talking about. So you want to avoid infidelity. Divorce is different. I mean, if you decide you want a divorce, that's one thing, but infidelity can really mess you up and cause some bad things to happen on your household. Okay, verse 14. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. So this is talking about, a man that had infidelity, and he was just a mess in the congregation, just sitting in the congregation, having this over his head, this wickedness, this sin over his head in the congregation. Okay, verse 15. Drink waters out of thy own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and the rivers of the waters in the streets. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. So this is talking about the benefits of being faithful in your marriage. Your cisterns will be running over, It's talking about a benefit from it. You will be blessed from it. You will be overflowing with benefits from being faithful in your marriage. That's what it's talking about. Verse 18. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. 19. Let her be as the loving hind and the pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. So King Solomon had a way with words, and he kind of liked love stories. And I think there's another book that he wrote about love, the Song of Solomon. I think that's what it is. And so his main thing was wisdom, and his second thing was love. So he liked to, write about love. Okay, verse 20. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravaged with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? Verse 21. The ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. So that's also saying that, God is watching your actions. And so if you're unfaithful, God sees you. You might be trying to sneak or hide, but God sees you, and there's consequences for sin. Okay, 22, verse 22. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sin. So the iniquity, the consequences of the sin is saying you're bringing it upon yourself by your actions, by being unfaithful. It's coming. Okay. So, verse 23. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. So, with his own decisions, he shall destroy himself. With his own folly, he has gone astray by his own decisions. So, pray that God will give you strength And that's the end of Proverbs chapter 5. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And join me again next week for Proverbs chapter 6. Thank you and be blessed.